your girl Carmise. Welcome back to my channel over at the sis. Anyways, before we get started, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Y'all already know we're on the road to 1K subscribers, so make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. You feel me? Smash it. Break the screen. Make sure you guys turn your post notifications to notify every single time my girl uploads her videos, since you do not want to miss out on my uploads. So make sure you have that post notification bell turned on. My experience working at Victoria's Secret. No. This was back in, I believe, it had to be 2016. Almost 3 years ago. So the backstory is I had quit my job, my previous job at Beth and Beyond, because, you know, they were being disrespectful. They were trying to bring me out of my character, and they try to make me be different than what I was already am. Y'all know I'm just like this chill ass person, and they try to like break that. Like he kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna break you out of your shell." But like, what shell was there to be broken? There was no shell to be broken to begin with, and there's just things that just kept adding up. That just made me eventually quit. I did not leave no 2-week notice or none of that. Like, I was like, deuces, I am out of here. So fast forward probably a month later, I saw that Victoria's Secret was hiring, and I applied or whatever. You know, I never worked retail before. I was at Beth and Beyond. I never, like, you know, was in a store with retail and all these clothes and blah blah blah. And I thought Victoria's Secret would be like a cute job to work at or whatever, or at least a decent job. So I applied there, and a couple days later I'm at school or whatever. I'm at community college, and I get a call from them saying, "Oh, we want to see you for an interview, blah blah blah, what day is good for you, blah blah blah." So I was obviously excited because it's only been like a month, not even, it was like a couple weeks, and I finally, like, you know, probably have a shot at getting another job. So here comes the interview, and I go, and everybody was nice to me, but I did have to wait. Like, I've been waiting on the manager for like 30 minutes, but this ain't the first time. Like, several interviews that I be going to, they are never on time. The managers are never there on time, which is so unprofessional and so annoying that you waste your time getting there and you're waiting for like 30 minutes. Oh, he's on his lunch break, all this, all that. But did you not know you had an interview except for this time? You feel me? So anyways, I was waiting probably for like 30 minutes, like walking around the store looking at their stuff, just waiting there on my phone. And then finally she was like, "Carmise." I was like, "Oh yeah, hey, me, that's me." And she's like, "Oh hi, I'm Ashley, blah blah blah." And she walked me into the interview room, not the interview room, but I guess like their office or whatever. And then she like introduced me to the managers and all that, and you know, they were super duper nice or whatever, and they made me feel comfortable, I guess. Anyways, she started asking me questions, because, you know, on the resume you put like, oh, when you have the work experience, you put what job you worked at, and they actually give you the option. They're like, do you want us to call the manager, or do you want us to call the place or whatever? And I clicked no. So she asked me, she asked me like, "Oh, how was the Beth and Beyond, blah blah blah." And I told her, "Oh, I quit." Because if you lie, like, I don't know if they care, but sometimes they will check that up, like they will see what actually happened or whatever. But I was like, "Oh, I quit." And then she asked me why, and I literally just explained to her how, you know, how they made me feel out of character, how they made me try to be different from what I was already am. And she's like, "Oh, okay, blah 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 blah." And then she asked me a couple more questions. I can't remember because it was, you know, in 2017 in like November. And she was like, "Okay, you got the job, you're hired." And I was like, "Oh, what, really?" And I saw something on Instagram. It was like a meme that was like, "Oh, if you get hired right on the job, you already know it's a trash job. It's a trashy job if you get hired right on the spot." And I was like, yes it is. The Beth and Beyond, I had a second interview, but it was still trash anyway. But with Victoria's Secret, that hired me on the spot, and I honestly feel like it's because it was near Black Friday. You know, I had my interview a couple of days before Thanksgiving, probably like a day or two before Thanksgiving, and she was like, you can work on Black Friday. What the fuck, you feel me, on Black Friday. And you know, it's my first day of work. I cannot be like, no. I mean, I don't shop on Black Friday anyway, because what money did I have to go shopping on Black Friday anyway? But it's like, you know, it's the day after Thanksgiving, like after all that eating and all that, you know, partying, blah blah blah, you just want to go to sleep, like you want to sleep in. But no, my ass had to be awake at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning to get to Victoria's Secret at like 7 in the morning. So I literally went in there, and you know, it was my first day of work, so what can I possibly do? I cannot be, you know, behind the cashier and all that, even though like I'm a fast learner, like I'll learn something like that in a couple minutes. But you know, it's your first day of work, so they kind of like showed us around. What is this, what is that, it's a registers, this is that, this is whatever, blah blah blah. And literally all I was doing the whole time that I was there, I was literally just holding panties. And it was so annoying because every time I fold it, you know how it be like, the customers come back, they mess it up, and you gotta keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And literally that's literally the only thing I've been doing there since I was there. And like, that's also why I hate the job. But tell me how, when I was working on Black Friday, they made me work 10 freaking hours. Like, what? Hello? I understand it's Black Friday, but like, that's my first day of work. Why are you making me work 10 freaking hours? Yes, I'm 18. Yes, this, yes, that. But still, that's a whole lot of hours for somebody working there on the first day, you know? So that was one experience that I had that was like a little rough. My back was aching, and I really think there's something wrong with my back. Like, I can't stand up for a long period of time. I don't know if this happened to all y'all, any of y'all, but like when I stand for like a good 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, my back starts aching, and it hurts so bad to the point where I have to literally bend down and touch my toes so I could stretch my back out, so it can help to release some pain. Like, it was literally, it's so much pain that I cannot barely stand. I'm leaning on stuff, like trying to stand up, like it hurts. So I don't know, I always go to the doctors and they check my spine, it's always fine. So I don't know, but that was one incident. My back was aching. I was like, oh my god, do I still want to go through with this? Mainly, I only got this job so that I can buy Christmas presents for my family, you feel me? Christmas is coming up. I got hired a month before Christmas, so you know I'm gonna get some money to buy Christmas gifts. And the job was seasonal, so they said that the job is seasonal. They have a group of people that they hired, and that they're going to choose a couple people that can stay, you feel me? And honestly, I wasn't working towards that goal. I do not care. I knew that I did not want to stay there for that long, because my goal was just to get some money so that I can buy presents for Christmas for my family. Another incident I had, I literally went to work at like 4 something, and I think my shift was from 5 to 10, something like that. Tell me why I'm over there from like 5 something to 4 o'clock in the morning. Ain't that crazy? Like, if you're clocked to do this amount of hours from this to this, you should be doing that to that. You feel me? Why am I staying there till 4 o'clock in the morning and talking about, oh, nobody can leave until the whole store is cleaned up, nobody can leave until everything is organized for the morning? I'm like, what? When I told you that shit was not worth it, it was not worth it. My little $10 an hour was not worth it. Like, oh my gosh. Imagine like you thinking like, oh, I only have 5 hours left. Oh, I only have 2 hours left, and they're talking about you can't leave until you're done. The whole store is clean. I literally had work in a couple hours, mind you, like at 9 something. I had work in a couple hours. I'm going home at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up in a couple hours to go to work. And they try to be funny, and she was like, see you in a couple hours. I'm like, she ain't saying me in a couple hours. So I'm over here sleeping, and my ex at the time, he was like, oh, don't do that, you have to go to work, blah blah blah. And he made sure my sister woke me up that morning, and I literally dragged myself there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And she's like, oh, what a night we had. But nothing was funny, yo. Like, nothing was funny. And eventually, like, I wasn't asking for hours. Like, whenever they called me, like, I didn't care. I wasn't, like, interacting with them. I wasn't active with them, like, trying to work. Like, I did not care, because I hated it that much. Like, I just wanted them to, like, at a point I just wanted them to just stop calling me. Like, shh, just stop. You don't have to call me no more to work. Because, you know, I got my little Christmas presents done with. Christmas is over with. I'm good. You know, I had to go through that for a month. And come January, I got an email saying, oh, thank you for working at Victoria's Secret, the seasonal position, blah blah blah. It was great having you. I'm like, yeah, thank you for doing that, because I was not going to stay there any longer anyways, because I was not calling them, I was not asking for hours, I did not care. You know, sometimes they will call, I would not pick up. I did not care. So I did not want, imagine if they kept me, boy. I'd rather, you know, click in the morning on my laptop and, like, working on my laptop while I'm comfortable in my own home. You know, not in, like, a busy surrounding and standing on your feet for hours upon hours upon hours. Like, oh, child. Over here, like, how old was I? Like 18, 19. And I'm over here, like, breaking my back. Like, So that was my experience at working at Victoria's Secret. The employees there, they were cool or whatever, but I did not get along with them like that. There was this one girl that I knew there. I went to dance class with her. I did her hair sometimes, and my sister would do her hair. And she actually was there, you know, she was there on Black Friday. I was like, oh my God, you had an interview too? And she was like, yeah. But I barely saw her. Like, we had different hours, and I barely saw her. I would work in the mornings, and I guess she would work later on, because I always wanted the morning shift so that I'm able to have the rest of the day to do whatever I feel free to do, you know? Except for those times where I'm working at night, because I was probably at school or something and would have to work at night, like towards the nighttime. But on the weekends, I'll be able to work in the mornings. So I barely saw her, and the other employees, they were cool, whatever, but they were a little older than me, and, like, you know, they were already there for a long time. There wasn't a lot of new people, you know. They pick a handful, but there wasn't a lot of new people. It seemed like they already been there for a long time, and they already have a relationship with each other, and, you know, they're all a group of friends or whatever. And I did feel left out a couple times, and I don't know, just their attitude, not their attitude per se, but, like, the way they refer me to, like, oh, the shy girl or this girl, but, like, don't be calling me names but you don't know nothing about me, you feel me? Just because I don't talk to you, just because I don't, you know, communicate with you, doesn't mean I'm the shy girl, you feel me? If I don't know you, I'm not just gonna be talking to you like that. That's how I am. I don't just be talking to nobody, like anybody. Like, if I don't know who you are, how you expect me to just, you know, I'm not that type of person, you feel me? I gotta open up to you. I don't know you. So don't be coming at me saying the shy girl. I hated that, and I just overall hated working there. And I'm never ever in my life going to work at a retail, let alone under a boss, you feel me? I'm my own boss. How about that? Anyways, that was my experience at working at Victoria's Secret. Let me know your experience if you ever worked there. Some people experiences are good. Some people get along with their co-workers. Some people are Gucci. You know, you get the deals and stuff, blah, blah, blah. I do not care. The only thing I liked about Victoria's Secret was their clothes. That's about it. They're high-ass pricey clothes that I cannot afford, but they are cute and they are, you know, nice. I remember I'd be going in there with my mom, and she, you know, a couple times. I don't think I ever really got things from Victoria's Secret. It's just too pricey for me. Like, a little sweater is like $50, but it is good quality clothes, because that one sweater that's for $50, I still wear it to this day. You feel me? I still wear it to this day, and I got it years ago for Christmas. and I still wear it. So at least their clothes are good quality for the price. But either way, the store is nice, the stuff they sell is good, I love it, but just the job in general, I hate it. I was just folding panties, and while I'm folding it, the people kind of mess it up, and I keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That was really my job, and how was that entertaining? How was that anything? And multiple times I'm just in the room by myself because there's different sections of the stores that they place the employees in, and because I'm new, they just stuck me in this one spot for all those hours. Sometimes they would tell me to go to this spot or cover this spot, but like I wasn't doing multiple things, you feel me? It's different when you're like on the floor, then you go to the cashier, then you go to stocking stuff, you know, back and forth. But when you're just standing at a certain spot for hours just doing the same thing, it gets boring and tiring and frustrating, especially because it's a retail store and people are constantly coming in and messing up the clothes, and they expect you to keep folding them and keep fixing it. And no, just no. So never again. But that was my experience at Victoria's Secret. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, make sure you guys turn on your post notifications to notify every single time your girl uploads her videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.